Vamos ler aqui esse boink. Welcome to our show. Hope you're doing well because you're having a wonderful day. On this, uh, uh, 5th July 2025, we just woke up, so. It is really early. I don't know what happened. I went to sleep, extremely early. Yesterday I woke up because I put an alarm clock. And, I could have slept way more. But we're up, so, might as well make the best of the day. Does that make sense? No? It's okay. Yeah. Oh shit. Don't blink, se blink. O que vai acontecer show? Oh, pimple. O que tá doing well? No, this is not a pimple popping video. I know some of you guys are gonna be disappointed, but it's not. Is you doing well on this 5th July 2025? When I just woke up. It is 5:50, 17, and I upon you a beautiful sunrise. So we've been making a couple of videos, and I'm excited. Anyway, love you guys. Okay. Okay. Tillgänglig, böjning, representation. You know, to have a wonderful day. This, the 5th, 2005. Today, we are tasting selections, chicken wieners, or, chickens. Oh, smoked sausage, chicken flavor. I'm sorry about this video. I'm super tired. Just woke up. There you go. We have the product. We put it in the microwave for a couple minutes. It's quite nice. It's quite nice. See? Like another thing that happens is sometimes there's a very sausagey taste to it. Now, I don't know if it's a sausage that tastes hot doggy. Yeah, I'm tired. Which is a very pronounced taste of hot dogs. I don't know if it's mental, because I saw the hot dogs, I'm like, oh yeah, it's a hot dog, so it tastes like a hot dog. You got chicken flavor to it. The chicken flavor isn't pronounced though. It's more like a chicken flavor. Chicken flavor isn't there, but it's there enough to say, okay, well, this is a chicken. Now, let's be completely honest here. If you use this as a hot dog sausage, people won't even know. People will say, oh, this is from hot dogs. However, the fact that we have something different is nice. Who doesn't like chicken? The smokiness of it is quite tasty. We really have a nice taste when it comes to it. And that's pretty much it. It is a good sausage, it is a good experience, but it is a good experience because you are having a good product, but if you expect a very strong taste of chicken, you don't get it. You don't get it. And it's kind of funny because you sort of get almost a chicken soup flavor, where you know it's chicken, but it's not really chicken, right? And that is pretty much it. So, lovely, lovely product. Would I recommend it? You know what? I would recommend it for party. I would recommend it for parties, and I would do like a, you know what I would do? And that's it personally what I would fucking love to see. I would do like a barbecue, and what I would do is I would do some dogs, which are days, not real dogs, thank God. And I love dog. All dogs go to heaven, I heard, and I know, or I heard, and I don't know, and I'm hoping. I would put multiple plates of cooked dog, and what I would do is I would put the bag in front, and the bag in front would be like, hey, this is what's the flavor, and I think it would be like a party, almost sort of a party trick to see who knows the difference, or and that's pretty much it. Even in color wise, it looks like a hot dog. That's actually pretty good though. I don't know how much these cost, because it's my father's way of very grateful, very kind, It's my fault, a weird way of saying, hey, I know you're going through something right now, financially. Let me help you out. You'll help me pack a lot down. Like that. Hey, could be weird. Could be the weirder. You know? But hey, you're pretty good. You're nice. You're very nice. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Don't think issue, buddy. Welcome to the show. Is it doing well? Because having a wonderful day. On this 5th July. 25. It is extremely early. It is 5:28. We've been filming for 60 minutes already. We haven't been filming for 60 minutes. We've been up for about 20. Because my alarm clock. This is one of these old. This is actually pretty quite well. The title of this video is we're talking about addiction. About self-destruction. There's no self-harm. There's no ending of life. You know, it's just a what should we call it? It's just a race until we self-destruct. On the menu we have smoked chicken, sausage. We just tasted it. They're good. They're not great, but they're good. What up? What? Well, good morning, first of all. Video came up supernatural. I woke up today, and it was a really special day. So, I ended my schedule. I promise I do, but I was too tired to think. I'm like, holy shit, I'm working. We get up, and what I usually do is I take a rag, cold, freezing water in my face. This is the best way to wake up. Is the most hardcore way. It's not fun, but it's gonna wake you up. And then I was waking up, and then I made myself brekkie, which was sausage. So I put them in the microwave for 2 minutes, and Crystal lights like that. While we were waiting for them to cook, I doom scrolled, and I don't know why. I'm having a lot of problem with dates. I always have. I think today was the 4th of July when I made 10, 12, 15 videos yesterday in the 4th of July. So I realized that today's Saturday, and Saturday they're closed. But although I don't have a very oh my god, whoa. You know what? I love you. Here you go. Wake up. I don't have a very stable schedule, but one thing I do know is I don't work when it's closed. I know, really concept. Like I went back to sleep, or I try to go back to sleep. All of this entertainment, by the way. Life is short, but not that short. Phenomenal. I don't know why 1.5 liters like that are really rare to find. And I was listening, you guys know that I love Crystal Lights. I also love French. I like some sweet red water. To go back to sleep. And surprise, your boy can't sleep. It's okay, well, might as well go do videos. And we look outside and the weather isn't the most gorgeous I've seen ever. It's actually pretty nice. So like, you know what? It's the curse. Wait, what? What is it? I think in French. I said it's a curse with it. It's a curse and a blessing. Something like that. Please be what I said. Something like that. You think I know what I'm saying? Joke's on you, I don't. So, I wake up. And then, my thought is not to make content right away. I'm like, okay, let's prepare these. So I'm doing strolling, which is scrolling, and kind of crazy, but I think we're all a bit of a routine kind of people. So the main thing that I watch is, and that's crazy. The main thing I watch is either TikTok or YouTube. So then with YouTube, oh by the way, with YouTube, I've been having a lot of problem with. I love YouTube, but the application for studios is kind of confusing me. I love the app. Because I haven't. I'm a simple guy. So I go in and cheesy weezy. The studio is telling me a number of views in the application. The YouTube application doesn't tell me the views. And now I'm freaking out because, oopsies, chances are, it's also hiding the views for you guys, right? And although I'm biased, I'm telling you that I would watch my own content, what's wrong with this guy, right? It has been very scary because I'm like, caught it. I dropped it, I caught it. In the same second. Genius. I know you guys don't like this noise. Don't care. So, when I go to see a video, one of the things I'm seeing is the number of views. I don't know if it's a content creator thing, I don't know if it's a normal human thing. I don't see how number of views is often a sign of success, right? And at the same time, this sign of success is completely overshadowed by bon appetit, chicken sausage, bread, of course, mayo, and cheesy weezy. It wasn't in the fish for too long. It's soggy, but it's only soggy on top and on the bottom. So I only have to do out of 7 times that I'm eating bread. When I'm always making sandwiches, which sandwiches are 2. A piece of bread, a pack of bread is a dozen or 13, which is why we say a baker's dozen. So a baker's dozen is also pretty good. And this the video is called Addiction. The 2 points are gonna be self-sabotage. And the baker self-sabotages because he put 13% bread because he knows that nobody likes the heel. The heel being this part and not this part. This part. So why put it because why put it if nobody likes it? Because people are used to having it. And even though nobody likes the heel. If you don't have it, people are going to complain. So you self-sabotage by putting a piece that nobody wants. You see, then you self-sabotage if you don't put it. You're stuck in that vicious cycle. Fun story about crust with bread. I was really a really struggling household. My mom, very kind. Oh, I'm so sorry. YouTube. So YouTube doesn't show. It doesn't show me the likes. It doesn't show me the views. And on occasion it shows. And then I had a person yesterday, Cord Dog, it's not Conrad, and you hear me talk about YouTube, and she said my account was shadowed, which, because she looked for me to subscribe or to follow it or whatever. She said my account was shadowed, but I'm not sure what it means, but it's not a good sign. And that's what I was worried. I was really worried. That's pretty much it. Cool. What I'm talking about this video, shadow. And then me being shadowed. I'm not a big deal, because I'm very grateful for you guys. I was like, the crust thing. When I was a kid, my father was so strict that I was afraid of him. Afraid of him. And those are actually delicious. The chicken wieners, the chicken sausage are really good. My father was a wild man. He was strict. Well, my father is against chicken man. Give me shit. A flip would switch. Give me shit. And then poof. All good. Very unstable. Very unpredictable. So, I was afraid of them. I hear what he said. It's a beautiful morning, isn't it? Like, if I had a choice, it's too hot. If I had a choice between this and sleeping, I would choose sleeping, right? Maybe the weather a bit. Chicken wiener. It's not because I'm gonna miss the sunrise if the phone gets to do that too much. So, because my father was so strict, his words were the law, and a young ink didn't even think about. You know, kids, they don't like the trust, so they take it away. And even then, there's a product that I love, which is Uncrustable, which is a really cool thing. It's a frozen dough, but you put it like that. So it's like a ravioli. And then you put peanut butter, and you put jam, strawberry jam, grape jam, raspberry jam, blueberry jam, whatever you want to fucking call it, right? And then you pop that thing in the microwave. But then what I'm happening is this product. Again, we're doing a video on self-sabotage. This is the perfect occasion. They had a product that was really good, and the price was really nice. And then some people, it became the new norms. So people start talking about it. Podcasts are talking about it. The news, the media are talking about it because it was just so good. It was just like it was a marketing success. And they were saying that, oh, we haven't seen a big success like that like in years and decades. It's because he said that, right? Then Uncrossable kind of got allegedly, I think it's important I said it, allegedly, I think it's legally important. I made a joke with Anna yesterday because she knows I love ramen and she loves ramen too, which is one of the only thing we relate on. And because we relate on it, she likes that I would relate on that. So she talks about ramen a lot because, again, this is our thing, right? So because she wants to relate to people, she'll talk up to people about what they like and what they both like. And then I was doing a ramen shop ID, and she has a joke, want to steal the ID. So I serve her as a joke, papers and DMs. And I was like, oh, you have a cease and desist. So the constable, uncrustable, with the how can I say that? The Uncrustable, yeah, they had a very big success. And then they were like, okay, we're gonna be raising the price. And then, which is crazy, it's a crazy story. And we're back, sorry about that. Just overheated. You know something crazy? I had a lot to say this morning. I'm happy. Look at this. She looked pretty good. I don't know why I was like this for a selfie. Felt like a bad bitch, but hey. So Uncrustable, what they did was they raised their price. And I don't know how much they raised. I don't think it's that much, but they raised their price. And then on Monday, people were talking about it, and on Tuesday, they raised the price, and on Wednesday, nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it. And because nobody talks about it, they didn't have a choice. What do we do? Do we lower the price? Do we raise the price? What do we do? So that was kind of cool. That was kind of crazy because, again, it's a direct cause and effect of self-sabotage. I went in, bought popularity because I was popular. I was like, you know what? Let's take advantage of that popularity. And then, because I was popular, I raised the price. Because I raised the price, then I lost my popularity. The very same thing that, got me to where I am today. I destroyed it. This video was self-sacrifices. So this is a cool thing. And again, this is not a cool thing, but it's a cool thing in my opinion. So as you can see, the name is Ingvenda. Did you guys know that a Medusa tattoo is often representative of a survivor of rape and sexual violence? So I think it's kind of cool. Why we're talking about that is because a Icarus tattoo is a survivor, or what did I talk about? Unaliving themselves. So Icarus, as you guys know, a very prominent figure in history. Icarus was the famous kid, who went to jail with his father. Again, why did he go to jail? I don't know if I can know. Should I know? Absolutely. And he went to jail with his father. And then they were both in jail. And then Icarus' father, I don't remember his name, sorry dude, went in. Yeah, sorry dude, it's kind of funny, huh? And he went he said, okay, well, I want my son to be alive. And his father's a great writer. I said, tell the guards, I'm gonna write you a story, but you have to bring me a pen and a candle every single day. Because I read it at night. Like in days, you were writing with a feather. So then the guy made a wings with feathers. No, yeah. Made wings with feather and wax from the candle. And then they both escaped because they could fly. And then Icarus says, Dad, I can go high. And father's like, no, don't go too high. And then with his son, because it's gonna melt your wings. And then Gareth didn't listen, and then Icarus, what happened is, he went close to the sun, the wax melted, and he fell to death in the sea. Once again, he had everything that he ever needed, and he self-sabotages. Sabotages is an addiction. An addiction for sure. Now, look at this subject. So, we're talking about the subject in itself. Well, because I was trolling on TikTok, and I saw, and it was kind of funny because those two people don't know each other. It was unrelated, and I'm like, a person wrote on TikTok comments, I glued to this to one of my videos. Goody is masturbating nonstop. I'm like, imagine leaving a digital footprint. Imagine leaving a digital footprint, and this is it. Now, it's a fake account. I hope so. I didn't check that account. So I was like, ugh, ew, yuck. So, I didn't check that account, but the IP address and shit like that are gonna be easy to find. With AI and shit like that. You know, so I could find out who it is, and do I really want to find out what it is? Do I really care that much? No. It's a fucking comment. And then I had this guy yesterday, and they're a lot younger. They're kids. They're 13, 14. And then I'm shooting with Janice. We had a really good time. I shooting for like 4 hours and a half. And I'm getting this guy who's commenting. Funny thing is, for some reason, people comment when I'm sleeping or when I'm streaming, so I'll do it more. And he commented on 3 videos, hey, hi. I don't speak English, but hey. And then, so I answered him, and this morning he's like, oh, by the way, I'm not straight, so I hope you like me. And although you're very courageous to say that, I wouldn't go in a person comments section and say, hey, I have a crush on you. Beats me why. Maybe I have a idea of what to do and what not to do. Maybe I think that this is a bit extreme. Not in a way of, you know, you're not like who you like, but you're putting yourself up for failure. Imagine this girl, right? And well, this girl, I know her. I'm not gonna say her name, but she's one of my best friends. So, and this girl, she's always looking for a relationship, you know. She's been with the same guy for 2 years, so he's a good dude. He's a really good dude. He likes to be pegged. He's a really good dude. She was finding love in every place, and so what she would do is she was an easy fuck, and then she would get to God, and she would like the guy, and then she knew that if she told him, hey, it's a true story too. My apologies for the farts. They were quite noisy. What she would do is she had a reputation of being an easy girl to fuck. What she would do is she would fuck, and then she would say, hey, I love you, in bed. And the guy's like, what am I supposed to do, you know? What am I supposed to do? So I go in, and I'm like, dude, that's how you get your heartbreak. Because you're trusting your feelings, you're opening up, and you're not really searching. So, in the 2 cases, the person that says, hey, I'm not straight, I have a crush on you or something like that, and my friend who has sex and that says, hey, I got a crush on you. In both cases, you kind of put yourself to self-sabotage. So, self-sabotage is actually quite hard. Because, for a relationship especially, because you have this friend that you really like, and at first your friend because you want to get to know her, right? And then you wait too long and you fall in the friend zone, when she doesn't see anything best friends, or you go too fast and like, okay, well, you skip some step. It's perfect timing. You wanna know why some dudes are really popular with girls? Because they figure out a question called timing. And because they figure out a question called timing, they're able to say, okay, well, this is the time to strike. And what they'll do is, at a good time. I'm gonna give you guys too much information, but I'm watching Korn because I'm single. Hello. And yes, I'm watching Korn. And for some reason, when I was younger, which was a couple of months ago, a couple of years ago, I would go for the actress, right? But then I started going for the actors, not in a way that, okay, well, I love the way he looks, but most of them, they have a POV, with his point of view on the girl. And most of them, they're like making content. So, for example, one of them is called Alex Adams. Alex Adams did 100 something videos, and it's kind of the same script. The script was good once, it's good the second time, and it's just a bunch of women. So that's kind of cool. But then lately I've been following a guy called Gats, and Gats he's so fucking funny because he will treat it he won't treat her like shit, but it'll be like super rough, bad, and but he's funny and he likes anime. So I'm like, dude, this is kind of funny. This is kind of entertaining, right? It's just that's weird. Self-sabotage. You see, when I'm sleepy, I talk about a lot of shit. So sabotage. So I start doom scrolling. And I started people saying, "Oh man, I got a crush on you." First of all, you're fucking 13. Second of all, I'm straight. So, but you put yourself out there, and this was a way of self-sabotage. I went out, and okay, let's be honest here. But I was working, so the first thing I do is I make myself a sandwich. Then I'm gonna post my videos, and then I'm just gonna chill and relax before I go to bed, before I go to work. But then I realized that didn't work, and although I love making videos, and I love the fact that we're up and making videos, if I'm being completely honest, I want to go sleep. However, I already have the hot dog sausage that we just ate. Cooking. Now, you're cooking. Do I think that a sausage can be reheated? Absolutely. But I don't like, oof, I don't know what's gonna taste. First of all, second of all, it's a brand new ingredient. It's a brand new food item. But yeah, I'm gonna taste it. Now, if I'm gonna taste it, if it's reheated, is it self-sabotage? For example, you know that when I was younger, I used to do that a lot. And I don't know why I used to do it. I would take ice cream, right? I would take ice cream and I would let it melt a little bit. Let's get on my time, sorry. I would let the ice cream melt a little bit. I would take a spoon and I would shake it a lot. So now, the reason why I did that is because I kind of do like a milkshake. And I kind of like the fact that although the ice cream was a bit melted, there was some frozen crystal. So I would have like almost like a shaved ice taste in my mouth, which was really nice. So the sausage, I didn't want it to be, and plus it's my father that brought me. My mom, she'll give me food and she's like, "Oh my god, you have to taste this, this is delicious." My father's like, "I found this, I thought about you." So my mom, she's like understanding that there is a motivation that is content creation, right? So she'll do that. But with my father, it's not like he doesn't even know I'm gonna do a video about it. It's just like, "Hey, they were on special, I got you this." My mom, I don't know, since it's more often, it's kind of a normal thing. My father, since it's more rare, it's like, "Oh my god, something special, right?" I don't know, it's weird. So because that, I was like, I go back to sleep. When I look outside and I saw the clouds, I was like, "Wait, this is very nice." But then by the time that we prepared the food, the sun was a bit higher. So the sun, technically speaking, rises at 5:07. I woke up at 5 o'clock. By the time I was ready to do and make the video and eat the video while and make the video while eating. See, we've been making content for 45 minutes. How I know? Well, because I'm recording the tower. just fucking good, dude. Mosquito bites. And then, so we just did 3 videos. We did the intro, we did the sausage, we did this. By the time I came out, it was 5:10. Because it was 5:10. 5:13 actually. I was like, ugh. Guess what? The beautiful sunrise is gone. I mean, still have a sunrise, but it's not the peak sunrise. So peak sunrise is before. Peak sunrise is gonna be culling the clouds. And that's what we love. We love that. So then I was like, oh, I kind of missed it, but it's okay because I'm still gonna do a video. And technically speaking, it's kind of crazy because we're doing 5 videos right now, 3 towers, 2 videos, and one video is only internet stuff. You know. But this idea, this principle was self-sabotage. I was surprised by people self-sabotaging me in the comments. But then I self-sabotage myself with making videos in an early hour. Now, I'm quite vulnerable, I'm quite awake. Now I'm awake, so I could talk about quantum theory. I wouldn't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I could talk about it. But it's still self-sabotage because I was so tired. This video would make less sense than it does right now. And yes, I know the videos are kind of hard to follow. And then I started talking about self-sabotage, and then I was thinking. And then the funniest thing is, yesterday Janice came in, and Janice watches the content a lot. So 2 days ago, I make a video about shopping. We made a mistake. This is an honest mistake. So there was a special last week that I showed, which is technically here. The advantage of not cleaning the apartment. And the special that we wanted was this. 60% off on wings. Today's Saturday. I go in 2 days ago. 2 days ago I went to the magazine. I don't know why it's telling you 2 days ago it's weird because this day just started. So the 2 days ago, is it before yesterday? Should I just say Thursday? I should just say Thursday. Because this day started, so. Listen, counts. But then what am I saying? Because 2 days ago was Friday and Thursday, and those days were full. Because those days were full, they count. So I go in, and biggest surprise. There's no chicken wings because it's such a good special. People bought. I go to the store, and she tells me, hey, can I have a white chip, please? And I go in, and because I've been trying to lose weight, and I sabotage myself, sabotage with food, right? Want to know why I don't lose weight? You don't want to know why I'm not losing weight, even though we're working out? It's because once a week or twice a week, I'll go crazy. And I'll go and eat something I'm not supposed to eat, junk food. So everything that we do, we self-sabotages, right? Why? Because I like eating food. Because I like junk food. Because sometimes you just need to listen to your heart, not your brain, you know? So I go in and I'm like, go out, ink, please, for the love of God, and everything that's holy, and then some. Just buy the chicken wings. Don't buy junk food. What I do is I beeline, and you see, usually what I'll do is I'll go to the same section because I know what I want, blah blah blah. Beautiful sun. Beautiful sun. So what I'll do is I know what I'm doing, so I'll do a couple of aisles, which is the chips, the ice cream, the bread, and the frozen aisle. And I know what I'm doing. Because I'm like, dude, you have to avoid it. Go straight for the plus where I'm a bit broke. So on Wednesday, I asked my father, right? And we look at the amount of money I have in my account, and I realized that they didn't take the rent. So out of the cash that I have in my name right now, I have 647. And my rent is 635. I have more money in the bank, in my other bank, which is Tangerine. I have like 1,200. It's more like 1,116, you know. And then what happened is, I'm like, you don't have the cash. So wait for the chicken wings. And then I go to the chicken wings, and then I see it my way, and I can't resist. I see those cheese balls. So those cheese balls are Utz. They're actually really good. So what they are is a giant jug of cheese ball. Cheese balls that are baked. They're baked corn thing. What they are is corn puff, which are sweet. You bake them and then you put cheese on top. So Utz cheese ball have been a snack in America for decades. They got really popularized by the Siri office. In the office, they have it a lot. I wanted to buy it. And then when I couldn't buy the chicken wings, I was like, okay, well, I cannot buy this anymore. I was like, okay. I'm able to resist. This is the first time in months and years that I resist. Right? And then, am I proud of myself for resisting? No. Because I bought it, I wanted to buy it in the first place. I wanted to buy it and I wanted to self-sabotage as a subconscious thought, this conscious, nonetheless. I wanted to come in and say, you know what, fuck you, I'm gonna buy it. I knew I didn't need it. I knew it wasn't a good idea. I knew that I shouldn't buy it, but I did. And then, didn't go out. And then Dennis texted me and said, yo, I love the fucking shopping videos. I'm like, that's crazy because I didn't even shop. I didn't even buy anything. You know? But you liked it and you liked it, right? Therefore, self-sabotage. The cheese ball was one, right? Making content that early was self-sabotage. Janice also asked me why are the life shorter, TikTok live. The reason why TikTok live are shorter is because usually what I like to do, I like to eat what I just did now, and I like to work out also. So we'll do 2 parts, which is 30 minutes each, right? To me, an hour of live per day is kind of a lot, not a lot, but enough, you know? I used to, well, every single night I watch battles, and those battles are lasting 2 hours. And like, well, 2 hours is a good number, right? Because if they're doing that and they're more popular and they're more successful than me, then it is. Now, the reality is, I wouldn't watch 2 hours of battles. I'm watching the battles in the background, and I'm playing Fortnite, right? Or I'm doing something else, right? Is a video in the background that you like? At the same time, it's not the same thing. You know? It's not the same thing. But then I'm also seeing my friends, and they're live a lot. Like one of the girl, she's like 7 hours a day, and she is successful, but most of the time she has 4 or 5 people in her life, and that's more than I do. But then people are saying you're live too often. I can watch the whole show, so if you have to watch the whole show, is I watch it tomorrow, or I watch it here and there, you know? Right? It's nuts. But then again, ourselves, we know that, and we did 4 hours and a half stream yesterday, knowing that I was gonna watch this. They had Janice, and I was lucky, but still. And then there's this other girl, and we're not really, we used to be close, but now we're not close. Because she does something that I fucking hate. So when you go on a TikTok live, your name will appear. Like, this person, like England, that joined. I just come in, I don't even say hi. And then she tells me, hey, Vendetta. And every single time, and she's live every single day. And every single day she's live while the other people are doing battles. And I'm in a position where I'm like, fuck, I have to say hi because otherwise I'm an asshole. But I also want to watch the battles. Is the content good? Yeah, it's good. It's good, but she relies on people a lot. Like for example, she's nice. She's very nice, and she's very talkative. You have to ask her a question. You have to ask her, "Hey, how are you?" Or "Hey, how was your day?" Or "Hey, what you did today?" Otherwise, she won't talk. She'll just say yes. You know. So then, when you come in, she knows that. She knows it's a possibility for her to make good content. But then, your good content is reliable on somebody else, right? So it's by saying the name of people when you come in, it's aggressive. You self-sabotage, right? Because those people are not gonna appreciate you being so aggressive, right? Then is it her fault? No. What she's feeling is actually quite normal. What she's doing is actually quite normal because she'll go live for 6-7 hours a day. I want to tell you something. I'm quite good at talking, right? Am I able to talk that much? No. And chances are that if I'm not able to, someone that's less valuable than me isn't able to. That's kind of crazy. So because she does that, she's been self-sabotaged, right? I was talking about finance not too long ago, about a couple of days ago. And I was like, I can't even know much is in my bank account because if I know I'm gonna spend, I'm gonna spend. Now, right now, what is going on is actually quite cool. The second account that I have, this is way personal. I shouldn't say that. But fuck you, I'm gonna say it. My second account, which is a bank, bank thing, doesn't have a debit card, doesn't have a credit card. So I literally have to transfer money from one account to the others and buy stuff. But because I don't have a debit card, I don't spend. And because of the extra step, it feels inaccessible. And because it feels inaccessible, I'm like, holy shit, guess what? I'm not gonna be using it. That's a good thing. It's a great thing, actually. For some reason, the phone wasn't overheating, which is quite nice. Right? But it's also kind of hyper awareness. Like for example, Genesis is like, yo, you always play the tower. Why don't you stream it? And I don't know if I could play. Like for example, we've been doing content for 40 minutes. No, we've been making content for 15 minutes and 22 minutes. 15 minutes and 22 seconds. And I was like, dude, I can't even talk that much and I'm doing 6 hours a day. I'm gonna talk, you know? So yeah. I talk too fast. I talk too fast. So what is going on right now is, by the way, so right now the sun is leading up. The sun is shining right in the floor, on my floor. Floor and first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, not floor. That's what we watch. What we walk on. Right. So because of that, the balcony gets super hot, and because the balcony gets super hot, holy shit, guys, we have 400,000. I can do times 5. And then in the tower, I'm way too passive. I'm way too passive. A lot of people are more aggressive than me, you know? But I'm not a good player in there because I'm treating an AFK game as an AFK, which doesn't make sense, but it makes sense. So people that are more aggressive than me, right, what they're gonna do is they're gonna play a AFK game very much. For example, that's actually a really good example. I'm playing this other game called Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy doesn't have a story. It's a AFK game, but you can speedrun it, right? The way we're doing it is we're way more active than passive. If we're way more passive than active, then I'm doing some great stuff. Yeah, not to brag, but to brag. So yeah. So this self-sabotage, this is it. Should I be more active on the tower? Yes. Can I be more active on the tower? No. how's that self-sabotage? Well, for gaming, I'll give you a couple of examples. If you're a streamer and you want variety, and instead of having one game that you play 4 or 5 games. Like, oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Or what you do is you play one game and then you get bored with the game. For example, we were playing Battlefield Chronicle, which is a game that I don't like the story. Because I don't like the story, I'm forcing myself to play. Now, am I entertaining and force myself to play? No. But I bought the games, I don't want to waste money. I'm forcing my play to play a game that I don't want to play. Which is the first case of self-sabotage. You're forcing yourself to do something that you don't want to do, knowing that you're not going to enjoy it. Right? And then there's no reward, because if you don't want to go to work, if you don't want to work, you go to work, it's self-sabotage because you're putting yourself in a position of not having fun. But at the same time, the purpose is greater because, like, well, with this I'm going to feed my family. Yes, I'm not enjoying myself, but there's no need versus I want, right? And then there's other cases. So I'm seeing this game that I really want to buy, right? And because I'm seeing this game that I really want to buy, I'm like, holy shit, I need to buy it. And this feeling of, holy shit, I want to buy it, my apologies, is kind of weird because, like, no, you already have 40, 50 games. But then you cave in because, like, wow, I really want to play it. And in the end, you have so many games that you want to play that you don't play them all. The game that you really want to buy, are you going to play it? No. Is that self-sabotage? Yes, because you waste money. Now, ultimately speaking, self-sabotage is behavior. Behavior that we do. It's always something we do. And at the same time, it's something we do so often that it becomes quite acceptable. Oh, well, you know what? I wasn't supposed to do that. I shouldn't have done that, but I did it. So now there's consequences to my action, whatever it may be, whatever it is. You know? And sometimes it's a small thing, sometimes it's a big thing. And it's kind of nice that there are consequences to your action. Kind of nice that there are consequences to what you're doing. See, for example, today I got extremely fucking lucky. I waited until last second to upload 140 gigs of data. Now, this phone was pretty good. Uploaded correctly, but even then, I didn't have time to upload everything, which is crazy, isn't it? And on this one, well, this one did a update. Yeah, it did an update. And because it did an update, it closed. Because it closed, it didn't upload. I was fucking lucky because this updated. I had another one to upload. So it wasn't like I was losing time or wasting resources. But because we didn't check it out, so what they're gonna do is they're gonna push upon you the update. Oh, you have to update it now. They can do remind me later. Then what they'll do is do it until you go sleeping. When you go sleeping, you'll be like, okay, well, guess what? Your phone's updated. What's up, bitch? You know? And it's kind of crazy. Because again, you self-sabotage. Like, I should have checked out what it is. And I'm not going to be able to avoid it. So if I check when the update's going to take place, then I can plan accordingly. Right? But then, even if I get 2 hours of uploading versus 0 hours of uploading, it's much better. Like, for example, this one still has 8 gigs to upload. Now 8 gigs is easy. We'll be finished before we go, and then we'll go sleep, right? So yeah, it's kind of special. Because it's self-sabotage in a way of, even then, I know that the sun is too hot. When my family nature court is gonna close, I could just leave it there, leave the tower, and then you wouldn't have constant, like, oh my god, it closed, you know? It's what I put myself as self-sabotage because we self-sabotage so much, right? That's we self-sabotage so much that it becomes kind of normal.
And it's not about self-sabotaging anymore. It's about how much self-sabotage can I endure, right? It's complex, and it's an addiction because you willingly self-sabotage. You don't willingly take a knife and cut yourself. You willingly self-sabotage, right? You put yourself, like for example, and it's so dumb. I'm working tomorrow, but I'm watching this series and it's really good. I was streaming and it's really good. And sometimes this is crazy. This is insane. Sometimes I'll work. And I'll work at 7 o'clock in the morning. And I'll go to sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning. And even before I start sleeping, I'm like, oh my god, you're so fucking dumb. Now you only have 4 hours to sleep. So before we start sleeping, we know that we have 4 hours. Now your brain is not aware of that. The quality of sleep isn't going to be the same. So the craziest thing is the body will tell you how much time it needs to sleep. So technically speaking, your body is an amazing tool. You know why I'm hungry? Because my body tells me that I need to be fed. You know why I'm tired? Because my body is telling me, hey, go sleep, you're tired. Want to know why I'm not hungry? Because my body said, you ate enough. Want to know why I wake up? Because my body said you had enough sleep. So all of these, like, oh my god, you need a certain amount of calorie per day. Bullshit. All of these, you need to wake up at a certain time. Is bullshit. You know? Now, weirdly speaking, and this is very, very weird, but this is, again, this is self-sabotage in its purest form. Now, really I'm saying, I don't know. It's alleged, it's, I think. I'm not sure. When you listen to a rooster, back in the days we had farms, and the rooster would scream at the sunshine. And it was a natural way to wake up. Now, for some reason, when they did the alarm clock, they did a sound that would wake you up. So they made some researches, some studies about what is the sound that will wake you up the closest, the quickest, right? When you buy a phone and you have a preset ringtone, why do you think they bought this ringtone? There's a specific reason, right? There's a specific reason. Like before, back in the day, like 5-10 years ago, we used to change ringtones. We used to change ringtones. I think, you know what? Something that I like. When I buy a new phone, and the first thing you change the ringtone? No. You leave it there. And then you get used to the ringtone and like, you know what? I wanted to change it. I don't need to change it. So it's weird. It's really weird. What changed? With self-sabotage, I feel like there's a part of it that is, how much bullshit can I endure before I go? And then you get mad at people because, oh, they were mad to me, they were mean to me, oh, they did this to me, oh, they're so mean. You allow them to be mean. Like, for example, we have this friend, and this friend is kind of toxic. You don't allow it. It's weird. You're speaking about friends. I made a couple of videos talking about, oh well, twice in last week. And what is weirder is it doesn't happen a lot. Like it's been months it didn't happen, and then last week it happened twice. 2 people that I chose to take out of my life. And he came back saying, hey, I want to be part of your life. One of them was banned because he's an asshole. And one of them is an asshole but doesn't really realize that he's an asshole. And it's funny because both of those people said, can I come back in your life? Right? And both of these people are unaware that what they're doing is bad. So then, you have to put it in the sand. Do I allow you to come back in my life, knowing that what you did is not okay? Or do I set the tone for like, yo, fuck you, you're kind of an asshole? And the answer is I don't know. Last week we were complaining about, 3 weeks ago, we were complaining about feeling like we were going in a circle of views and shit like that. And the reason why we were complaining is because I was feeling like I was going in a circle. Why did I feel like I was going in a circle? Well, because I had to find a job and I was starting to work. And I was like, dude, I was hoping that content creation would work, right? But it did work. So then I was like, oh, fuck it, I have to go back to work. and I failed. The self-sabotage wasn't the fact that we didn't have some views. Self-sabotage was the fact that we rely on that. Right? Now, this is where it's complex. It's okay to dream. Yes. But it's people, my father and my mom, they've been telling me since I'm a kid, it's okay to dream, but dream about something that's reasonable. And this is such a weird thing to say, because a dream is non-reasonable. I'm not dreaming about going to Mexico or to Tahiti. I'm dreaming about the moon. Right? But then if you don't know, if you think that they fake the moon landing, the way to the moon itself, it's kind of impossible. Do I believe in the moon landing? I don't know if I do. Because the way it was presented, so America and Russia was the biggest enemy since, well, you know whom, Hitler. And were the biggest enemy. So now it's like, oh my God, we have an American, we're the greatest country in the world. And we have to be the first one to go to the moon. Blah, blah, blah. Right? What was the tournament today? I forgot. I forgot the tournament today. Okay, so what is the quest? With Kurt? Nice. It's okay to tell me what you think about me. I'm gonna try to argue. Even with the tower. Which I'm sabotaging a bit because my guild has 3 times me as a member. So the most member is 35, and you got me at 25. You got 3 times me at 25. And yes, we accomplish what we need to do, but at the same time, no. Yeah. I got 7 left, and more in a day. That's good. That's possible. I got how much here? I got I got 6 left and a day, which is really good. And it's just shitty, because then it's my guild, so I'm not gonna kick myself. I had a guy coming in the beginning of the guild, J-Rake, and J-Rake was like, yo, can you please go to other guild, because you're not partaking enough. I'm like, fuck you, this is my guild, but he was right. And then J-Rake was very vocal and saying to people, dude, I was more like, hey, as long as you play every day, I don't care, right? He was like, hey, you need to partake as much as possible. So you need to fill up the quest to get the maximum point. And he was more strict, but at the same time, he was a bigger, people were saying he was a bigger asshole, but he wasn't an asshole. He just has less bullshit, a smaller bullshit meter. I'm not willing to take abuse, I'm not willing to take something. Imagine, for this, it's the first week that I'm not partaking, because I shouldn't know. Right? The whole principle of this is my guild is flawed. There's 30 members per guild. Right? And even then, I'm like, well, guess what? Yolando. Very nice. People are trying to refer to guild too, which is good. This whole, this is my guild, whatever I want, is flawed. But then again, I don't get in trouble because people are used to a certain level of bullshit. My mentality is so weird. I go to the store, even though it's closing, I always wait the last seconds. As long as I'm not the last guy in the store, I'm not the biggest hassle, because I'm not keeping those people behind. the other person behind me is keeping them behind me. You know? I don't know. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the show. Because I'm doing well, having a wonderful day on this 5th of July 2025. We are doing part 2 of self-sabotage and addiction on this beautiful day of the Lord. I have 43% batteries, but it's going to be more so about when the phone's going to be too hot. So about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, the phone is going to start to get really hot because the sun is going to be at its climax and it's going to be very aggressive. So we'll go back in. See what I did there? Hurtful. And that's pretty much it. So I was talking about self-sabotage, and I want to come back to one thing that I said. And it was the two people that came to me and they were like, yo, unban me and shit like that. And I'm like, the right thing to do would be to unban you. Oh my god, the Christian thing to do. The morally good thing to do would be to unban you. But then I know that you're gonna be the same way, you know. My father talked about my cousin. I have a cousin, I'm not gonna name her name. And she has mental issues in the sense of she's very emotional, she's very impulsive, you know? And then I haven't seen her in 10 years. And I saw her lately and she matured a lot. She is really cool. She used to be a pain in the ass. And it's not her fault, it's just like she couldn't scream and she'll be like, she has a lot of rage. And then in my book she changed. Because she's more in control. And then my father was like, people don't change. And I'm like, yeah, but I didn't change either. And we fought so much, you know. Self-sabotages, you have those thoughts. Self-sabotage, people think it's action, but it's also thoughts. The simple fact that you start a day and saying, oh, I'm gonna have a shitty day. The simple fact that you do something and say, oh, I'm not gonna be able to, right? I was talking about views and how she was like, oh my god, it's not gonna work, you know? Oh, phone is too hot. So far it's good. Yeah, but at the end it's gonna be infernal. So the way it works, and I know you guys know that, but still, is from 8 to like 1. So I was on the balcony at 1 o'clock. The sun officially reached the top, and then it stopped being a balcony, which is why it's cooler. Yeah, the simple mind. And when I was talking about views, is me just thinking about views gonna bring more views or not? What do you think? It's not gonna change shit. It's not gonna change shit. That's stress about it. I was stressing. I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna wait. You gotta rush things, right? And then the human being, it's kind of a weird thing. You guys took the bus before. You have an experience taking the bus. We all know that when there's a bunch of people looking for the bus, there's gonna be this one person that's constantly looking. Is the bus coming? Oh my god, the bus is not coming, and they're obsessed with the bus coming. And them looking at it isn't gonna make the bus come close quicker. But then you notice that they're looking, and people notice that they're looking, and it's making them stress. But then you have the mentality of, yeah, this is normal. She's stressed, I'm stressed, everybody's stressed. You're letting somebody stress you, so what is the right thing to do? Hey sir, hey ma'am, don't look. It's not a good thing to do. So you allow people to stress you out and you self-sabotage. You know? For the views, it was nuts. For work, I had my first week of work, and the first thing I said was, oh, this is temporary. This is self-sabotage. You don't allow yourself to give yourself the opinion or the opportunity to like this job. Right? People are often asking me, bro, why do you have such a fear of 9 to 5? It's a fear of giving up. It's a fear of... I know what my dream is. If I didn't know what my dream was, I wouldn't give a shit. But if I know what my dream is, then I wouldn't work in that. It's content creation. And then
There's another form of self-sabotage. If you know that something is not working, if you know that relationship is not working, and you know that person is toxic, why are you staying in there? Why are you staying there? Why are you allowing yourself to be in a position where, oh my God, this is not a good position. Oh my God, what am I doing with my life? Oh my God, XYZ. It's a weird thing. It's a really weird thing. Right now what we're doing is making an 1.5-hour video. And then I know that when I'm going to be done, I'm going to go sleep. I'm going to go nap 2 hours, 3 hours, I don't know. You know? There's so many instances of self-sabotage. Not cleaning the apartment. Waiting until it's really messy. Again, it's a good purpose for that. The reason why we're waiting until it is very messy is because I like to do one time the cleanup. I don't know how people do it, to do a cleanup every single day. Because you're like, it's going to take you more time at the end. And yes, you have less and it's less intimidating. But then, with me, I wait until it's very, very dirty. And I clean it, right? But again, this lever of this is very dirty. It's different for people. Some people are going to be like, no, you didn't need to clean up. It wasn't that bad. Some people are going to be like, oh my God, how have you cleaned up? It's so bad. You know? It's just a case of preconceived notion, right? Preconceived notion of how bad it is. I had Janice yesterday talk to me about, oh, your neighbors are screaming a lot still. And in my opinion, they're screaming less. But I live with them, so I'm like, did I get used to it? Am I allowing, because I know this is not going to be a thing, the number of times they told me shut the fuck up. I didn't say it once. Now, okay, let's be honest here. Now it's too late. Because now the people in question are they're calmer. Not very calm, but they're calmer. And when they're screaming, they're going to scream at each other, but the door is closed. So yes, you're screaming, but you're also taking every precaution to do as less noise as possible. Like, for example, you have this person, and they're talking to the phone, and they are on speaker, and they're talking loud, versus this big person who's on the phone, and they're talking loud, but you're not on speaker. Because they're not on speaker, you're like, oh my God. And it's okay. It's okay if you're loud. No, it's not. Oh, blood moon. Blood moon. You know what's insane? We watched that. New Monster GR5. Oh, fuck you, GR Martin. And the same thing, so I'm watching this. We have the blood moon and the buck moon. Yo no sé qué pasó. I know sé qué pasó. It's dumb. Like, these people are still assholes. But they're better. So imagine that those people are improving. Now we're being super honest. I don't know if those people are they're improving, and you still find a way to say fuck you. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. This is bad behavior here. But then at the same time, it isn't bad behavior. Because if they're being too loud, they're being too loud. And then there's time where I feel bad about not telling them to shut the fuck up. Like, my God, they took advantage of your kindness, of your patience. You know? Janet would have told them shut the fuck up. My father would have told them shut the fuck up. And I trust those people. Why didn't I do it? Then I told you that, I want to be nice, I want to be the good role model. What did it bring me? What did it give me? Nothing. Being an asshole would have been freeing. Being an asshole would have been something
that I can write about. Oh, I got my justice, I got my vendetta. I mean, as good as it sounds, you have to think about long term and short term, right? Long term, I feel good about not being an asshole. Short term, I would prefer to be an asshole. Because long term, you realize that what did it bring me? Nothing. Nothing at all. What did it bring me? What did it bring me to be nice? Nothing. Sure. But then it's okay. It's in the past, right? It still works. I don't know why we self-sabotage that much. I don't know why. I know there's things that's imposed by society. And because they're imposed by society, they're like, okay, well, this is the same for everybody, right? Like, how many people are working at, okay, let's do it like that. How many people, oh, it's actually a good haircut. Maybe. How many people are working that they don't like? How many people are in a relationship they don't like? So, the two cases here are needs and want. Are needs. The job will give you financial needs and you're able to pay for your rent, your food, and your clothes. And then your relationship will do the needs of emotions, shit like that, right? And then it's kind of nuts. Kind of nuts. Because I can see as a case of, well, if I don't work, I don't eat. Basically out. I can see that case. And then I cannot see the case of, well, I was with this person in a sexual relationship for years. I left them. So it's an emotional need. Now, the reason why I'm not seeing this emotional need is because I'm going to put myself in the situation. But then, I never had an approach to put myself in the situation. And I have a relationship, of course. We were always led by self-sabotage. We were always ending in a, and oh man, I'm done with you. I don't want to be with you anymore. You know? But it's always how they ended. Always. Give me a sec. See, 42 out of 49, so it's 7 gigs. It's not bad. It's about, well, I know it's about an hour and 30. So now we possibly have like, my apologies, 20 minutes. It's just a wonderful thing about self-sabotage. Just a wonderful thing where it's almost controlled chaos. Like, and even then there's the opposite. Sometimes you're too cautious. You're gonna have insurance, life insurance, where my father was talking about life insurance not long ago. It's a weird thing to talk about, but hey, oh, if you die, I'm gonna get this much. Like, congratulations, I guess. It's really weird. But even then, with insurance, for car insurance, you spend years and 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 years spending for car insurance. But then, when it comes to it, when you have an accident, it's worth it. Like, you know what? And I forgot I had my insurance. So you're paying your insurance. And that way, this is a mentality thing. There's three of looking at it. Either you buy the car insurance because, well, if I ever need it, I'm gonna get it. Or you buy car insurance because it's law. When the police gonna stop you? They're gonna ask you for two things: your car paper, which are your car insurance, and your name. I don't know if there's a legal issue if you're not insured. I don't know. The second I was able to drive. I always didn't want to drive. I never wanted to drive. Because I knew at a very young age I was hyper prepared for life. And my father. My mom was a bit more aloof. Like, hey, have fun. You're young. But I was like, no. You're gonna have to pay for this, and this. And he would tell me about, and as a kid, and of course, it didn't mean to self-sabotage me, of course. He was trying to be, trying to protect me. He would tell me things like, hey, I just paid this much for life insurance, for car insurance. I'm like, oh my god. I just paid this much for my what you call it? You know, in the back you have numbers, you have like a card, you have like a, what if I call it, la plaque? I don't know what you call it. Your when you have a car, you have a code to say, okay, well, this is the car. You have to pay for that. You imagine, you have to pay for that. You have to pay for that. When is the last time you use your card in the back? When is the last time you used those numbers? When is the time that you had a need for that? But you've been paying this since day one. Now, in Canada, we have winter, we have summer. So we need to buy winter tires and summer tires. In fact, the summer tires are more expensive than the winter tires. No, the winter tires are more expensive. They last for longer, but they're more expensive. And then the most brilliant guy, like, you know where the money is your the people that are putting in storage your tires. You know? People are paying for PO boxes, people are paying for storage units. And it's nuts. It is nuts. Because you self-sabotage yourself financially. I'm paying for Netflix. I've been paying for Netflix for 6-7 years. And I've been watching Netflix now. Right now we're watching a lot of Netflix. Right now, yes. But I actually like YouTube a lot more. And I'm paying $21 a month. And that's also self-sabotage. You're seeing the monthly fees and it's not that bad. It's not that bad. You realize that per year, that's $400, right? When I received my rent raises, it was a lot. It was $650. No. Right now we're paying $625, and we'll be paying $625. And and I'm like, oh, it's $40. That's a lot, you know. And then my excuse was like, well, if I was to buy a new condo, a new apartment, I would pay $950, $1,000. That's $40 a year. That's $4,800 per month. That's $40 per month. It's $4,800 per year. It's a lot of money, you know. I don't know. I am looking, guys. We tend to self-sabotage, but it's such a normal thing. And then there's also the mentality of this is too good to be true. When does too good to be true start going on? When do we start thinking, oh wow, this is too good to be true? You know? I don't know. And then there's a lot more complex situation. Like you're in a relationship, and this relationship is not going well, and you're fighting with your girlfriend, and you're fighting, and then you meet this girl, and you actually really like her. And morally speaking, you can't really flirt with that person because you're in a relationship that doesn't work. So you stay in this relationship. Like, time on earth is so little. If you're spending time in a relationship that doesn't work. You know? The biggest goal in life is to be a parent. Right? Then the most expensive thing is to be a parent. I talked about wage slavery, right? A lot. And now you're a slave to the paper and you're a slave to money and you need to take care of your bills and shit like that, right? Being a parent is the most expensive thing. Then you want to be best for your kids. So you're willing to work more. Because it's for your kids. Imagine my father told me he was paying almost $600 per month for my life insurance. I'm like, I'm not gonna die tomorrow. Why are you paying for that? He says, well, I was gonna get some values. It's a fucking mentality. If you get some values, but if I die at 32, it's not. Then he told me that he was paying for his for years. He paid for his for like 40 years, right? And then he was so happy because the value raised and 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 raised, right? And then they're like, hey, your life insurance is now at an all-time high. And we're at 65 because you have more chance of dying. The value is gonna lower. Like, I don't know what to do. The value went down. I'm like, yeah, you're older, you're gonna get sicker, you're close to death, right? Of course you're gonna like, oh, I didn't know. No, you pay for 40 years money and now they're losing in value, so you know, it's a tough situation. Because you're like, oh, I lost so much money. Well, yeah, but nothing is free, you know? I don't know. The whole thing about planning. It's self-sabotage. Everything that you could do is self-sabotage. You know? And then the craziest thing with that is, was that time that started with self-sabotage? We did something that wasn't good. It's tough. Anyway, that's enough for the video. I'm tired. I'm gonna go back to sleep. I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Oh. Ooh. Yeah.
Oh la la.